let me kind of like run you through a little bit about like, how I start my day. I go and I do my work, and then I'll come home to kind of get ready for the gym. Especially like on like a new schedule. I'm on a new schedule right now, so I just recently changed jobs. I'm now with High Rise Fitness. We're the nation's largest luxury apartment personal training company. So I go to luxury apartment buildings, and I pitch training, but like not at the same time. So I basically let them know that we provide one-on-one personal training to residents in the building as an alternative to them having to go to a gym, which is incredible to be able to utilize something like that. So then that way it takes the worry and stress off having to pay a membership to a gym, having to find the convenience for a gym. We come to where you live, essentially. And so based off of that work schedule, my schedule for training has kind of changed up a little bit as well. So I'll go and I'll work in the morning up until like a certain time, like 1, 2 o'clock, and then I'll come home and I'll get ready. But before I go to work, I'll get up, I'll make my breakfast, and this is kind of like, what this entails as starting off this video. I always like to start my morning with eggs and oatmeal. I keep it very simple. I'm a very boring person, so I don't try to like overcomplicate my breakfast. I stick to the same thing every day basically, and that's 5 eggs with a cup of oatmeal, maybe some peanut butter here and there, just to kind of give me a little bit more fats and just a little bit more protein without having like break into another egg. Just kind of like keep a little bit of my cholesterol down, but it's good cholesterol. So, and not saying it's like bad or anything like that, but that's essentially what I start my day with. And then I'll go out and I'll work, and then I'll have my meals in between. Timing your meals can be very difficult if you're working kind of like a very high spacious job that requires so much attention and so much energy. I know time is against everybody, so having time on your side can be a little difficult to kind of like narrow through a little bit. But that's what I'll do to start my day, and then I really just, once I'm done, then I'll go to the gym. It can be as simple as you make it, and especially if like you're disciplined enough to be able to like follow something that's not very strenuous as well. Then you're going to be successful. It's not on my program to have a shake before bed, but I typically always try to have a shake before bed, just because I know my body's about to go into a resting state, and it helps a little bit with kind of like letting my digestion slow down, especially because I work out so late. But because of this new schedule, my workouts have kind of shifted, so I've kind of had to gear a little bit and like range my meals accordingly. I try to have 2 meals before I go work out, just so I've got food in me. I don't like working out on just one meal. Like I said, I'm trying to bulk. I want to have as much nutrients in my body as humanly possible before I get into like a very vigorous workout. One thing I'll say about my shakes, because I already know I'm going to get questions about it. The shake that I do. All right, so you guys know I have my own company, my own protein. My protein is amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's whey protein. So, like I said, I'm not trying to cut. I'm in a bulk season right now. So when I am cutting, I will utilize my protein. When I'm bulking, I utilize 5%, because theirs is a whole foods based protein. It's not something like also collagen. This is my collagen. It's not something like collagen peptides or something that's still relatively really clean. I need to dirty it up a little bit with quality, and that's kind of what 5% kind of gives me. And I take their real carbs plus protein that they have made with real food. So they provide real beef, chicken, eggs per serving. If you look at here in the ingredients, this is how you know this is the only company, them and Metcon. I don't like Metcon. Metcon, it tastes chalky and it just tastes like shit. No offense if you're a Metcon fan out there. The ingredients, it's going to say whole grain oats. The protein blend is hydrolyzed beef protein isolate, hydro beef with chickpea protein, organic protein powder, and whole egg powder. They've got a coconut blend in here as well as rice powder and cocoa powder. So that rice powder is gonna make up for the carbs. What you got as far as the calories is 260 calories. 1 scoop is gonna give you 7 grams of fat, 32 grams of carbs, and 21 grams of protein. So if you're really trying to put on some size, this is the way to go. They do have some awesome weight loss products on there as well. But like I said, I'm not in a cut right now. I'm in a bulk, so that's what I'm going to be utilizing. I am an affiliate with them though, so if you are looking at wanting to get any like amazing products, they sell clothes on there as well. You could use my code RBerry15 to get 50% off on all your orders. Made it to the gym. Get warmed up. Oh, dude, my back's like cracking like 9 ways to Sunday. Ooh. I like to start my back days hanging. Oh, it's really good to decompress the back. Oh, rock, rock, rock. Just 30-second hangs, nothing crazy. One thing I like to do is get my shoulders a little loose. Not lateral raises. We don't need to be doing those every day. I did that yesterday, as you guys can see from my last video. Oh no, I did that Saturday. Oh dude, I'm tripping. I can do lateral raises today actually. Oh snap! Time to get happy. I'll also use this, I'll put it on here. Utilize my rotator cuff. Just like this. Oh, straight back. You don't want to have a lot of tension on a resistance band. That's the only point you want to have retention on. You know, just do like 10 of these. Not an aggressive movement at all. Sit on it too much. Alright, question of the day. What have you done today that is setting your week up for success? Figured I'd face you guys for this one. I can almost touch the ground. Almost. Okay, should we do pull-ups? It's a good question, it's a good question. And I'm gonna wear my belt just so I can show off my last name. Shout out to me, myself, and I, not my dad. Oh, it's okay, we're not gonna get into that joke. Whew, that's tight. I'm getting fat. Very good. Donnie texted me. Shout out to Donnie and Torvald. Love you guys. Alright, I'm not turning around for this one. Don't get your feelings hurt. Oh, well, this is not gonna feel good. This actually hurts a lot. Dude, my brachial bicep head gets hurt so much doing this exercise. Oh, not a good feeling. I actually might keep it there for pull-ups. I don't want to do that again. That really hurt. This is my alternative to having to get on the bench and use dumbbells. I can just use them right here. Focus on my back. Be good. This gym sorely needs a, what is it? A chest-supported T-bar row. Beautiful alternative to that. If you've got this, a lot of gyms don't have this piece of equipment, which is totally fine. But if your gym does have one, utilize the crap out of it. And because I'm so awkward with sitting, my legs don't operate like normal people's legs. LOL, pun intended. I have to technically stand up. My feet are on the ground. I'm tall enough to be able to do this too, so I mean, it doesn't really make a big of a difference, but it just comes down to adapting to the pieces of equipment that you do have. So I kind of just low-key stand while sitting on the seat. I like to start this exercise with a very heavy close grip. Then I'll go mid, and then I'll come out here almost to where my hands kind of dip around the curve right here. So we'll start right here. Lightweight. We're not doing anything sorely heavy today. Just 2 plates. We'll keep the traps contracted. Traps contracted, ooh. We'll do 15 of those, 15 out here, 15 out here. After those 3 sets, we're gonna do 2 heavy sets, because if I'm doing 15 reps for 3 sets on some different hand grips, there's enough blood in the back and in the area that I needed to be in. So then I'll just really try to tear up the muscle fibers with the weight, but I'm not gonna go heavier than 3 plates, there's no need. Just a little bit wider.
Keeping the traps contracted is not as easy as it sounds. Oh. It makes the exercise exhausting. Grabbing the outside. Yeah, that was not fun. Do any of you guys, let's say you're on your off day, right? And it's during, your off day is during the week, it's not the weekend. And you go to the gym and you come here at like noon, 1 o'clock, 12, or 2, like it is right now. And there's a lot of other people here at the same time, right? Do you ever wonder, like, I wonder what they do as a profession to be coming here at this time on whatever day it is every week? Like, what do they do as a profession? Because all gyms, no matter what gym you go to, it's going to be slammed at like 7 o'clock, 6:30, somewhere around there roughly. You're never going to find a gym that's super busy at like 2 in the afternoon. 4 range of motion, I'm going to try to get 10. All right. Come on, you weak motherfucker. Using both at the same time is so much harder than doing one at a time. Try to do the best you can not to sway. If you're gonna sway, come back to form. If you know how to poke your lats out like this, do that. If you don't, stay back here, okay? Best thickness and growth comes from controlling this exercise. And if you're gonna sway, you can come all the way back, that's no problem, but make sure when you come back, you stiffen up and you go back into the form of the movement. That way you're not taking away from the ability to really stretch out the muscle appropriately. I try to find times where it's not as busy in the gym to be able to shoot content. That way I'm not pissing people off. Having my tripod directly in front of a cable like it is right now. So I really try to do the best that I can to be very courteous of the people around me. And if I do have my camera in like a direct shot and somebody's like doing something that's a little more attentive in the background, try to make sure I have their permission. Because you don't own the gym. You don't, this is a public space. Just because you have a tripod and a camera and you're recording your workouts or whatever you're trying to do to help people around you, whatever your case may be, I don't know. You do not have the right to basically demand that people stay out of your frame or people walk in front of it or whatever. Absolutely ridiculous. And if you're one of those people that shames other people for doing it, stepping in front of your shot or whatever, you're the issue. I don't remember 200 being that heavy. If you're working on trying to get like a lot smaller of a waist, when it comes to training, I would get you a belt like this. It's kind of slim. It's not the screwdriver belts that powerlifters use. It's one that's like, you know, a little bit more durable. It's not as like thick. I'd get you one of those belts and use those throughout the entire workout. The reason being is because when you're wearing one of these compressed up against your core like that, then it creates the ability and the opportunity for you to activate your core in every single solitary exercise that you do, even if you don't know how to. The natural feeling of your core getting squeezed is already going to make you be very conscious of breathing through your stomach and put it to utilize towards your chest. That way you start breathing in and out in your chest. And so that naturally is going to keep your core tighter and kind of train your waist to basically stay smaller, because if you're not constantly expanding your stomach, what are you doing? It starts to shrink. I want to focus on the movement a little bit better. We're going to go a little bit lighter on weight. Keep it right there. You'll enjoy the nip slip. We have dumbbell rows right here. I do these with my feet together in the back, and I'll post up with my hand right here, so that way I can get a lot more lat activation rather than standing split stance and being over like this. With this, you have the ability to use your legs to kind of hike the movement up, and kind of takes away a little bit of power doing it with your feet together for the sole purpose of being able to utilize the lat a lot better. That, and you can hit your lower lat a lot easier too, because you're putting your body in a more elongated stance rather than kind of like scrunched up right here. Skinny bitch. My back hurts now. Staying a little bit more constricted now. Notice I'm not swaying as much. Now, I can always feel when I'm doing this exercise specifically, my form changes just a little bit, for the simple fact that I'm not bracing off of my sound leg for the arm I'm doing. So if I'm doing my left arm, I'm not bracing a whole lot or pushing anything on my left leg. So my movements can be a little different. But when I do it on my right side, I can stabilize a lot better, so I can control the weight better on my right. The main reason why I don't do this exercise a whole lot